Andre de Grasse is one of the fastest humans alive, and now the 6-time Canadian Olympic medalist is opening up about his journey to the top with a new memoir called Ignite. When I sat down with Andre, he shared the practical lessons that he's learned both on and off the track. So nice to see you in person. Last time we spoke, it was over Zoom during pandemic, so great to have you actually here and not be watching you run on a track. You call yourself an accidental sprinter because as a teenager growing up in Markham, you were all about basketball dreams. You had the Raptors painted on your bedroom wall, that was your goal, and at some point that switched. What was the moment that switched?
I mean, I loved playing basketball. I loved playing soccer as a kid. Track and field came into the picture very, very late, about 16, 17 years old. And I talk about that in one of the chapters in my book, just going on the bus one day. I had to take the opportunity where, my friend, I just met my friend on the bus, hadn't seen him in ages, and all of a sudden, he said, I'm going to a track meet. I told him, I'll race you and, we'll see what happens. I ended up, asking my high school teacher, can I join the track team? Ended up going out to the meets, running, and then of course, meeting an Olympian from the 1980s, Tony Sharp. He just, said, hey, you kind of have a talent for this. And at the time, did not believe him at all.
Really?
I was like, especially as a kid, a 16, 17-year-old kid, you're like, what's this guy talking about? I just did it for the first time. And he was like, no, I think you can really pursue this on a professional level, Olympic level. You can get a scholarship, go off to school, get an education. And I kind of just said, okay, I'll take the opportunity.
Listen, chapter 7 of this book is dedicated to someone very special, and that is your mom. You were raised by a single mom for part of your life, and I want to read something that you wrote about her, which I like. You say, as a kid, you never fully understand the sacrifices they make for you. You realize afterwards, you took me to all the places, you worked all the hours, you guided me through all the things. At the heart of everything, my mom is the kind of athlete, person, and parent I strive to be every day. So how does she ignite you?
That's a good one, yeah. I mean, my mom, great person, of course, great parent. She's made so many sacrifices for me. And I think, like I said in the book, I didn't realize it until I became a parent. And I'm like, okay, wow, now I realize all the sacrifices I have to make for my kids. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, Mom, how did you do it? But she's done just an amazing job with me. And of course, even now, just having her help, having her support and help, being a grandparent, she's done, some amazing things. And I just appreciate her every single day.
You have been a consistent podium finisher. You've won a medal in every Olympics, World Championships you competed in since 2015. I mean, that's a huge record. But you describe in this book success feeling like a burden. So as a high-performance athlete, how do you cut through all of that to continue to perform at that level?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, of course, there's always going to be pressure situations. Like I said, I've been going so long in my career since 2015. Even back to when the Pan American Games was in Toronto, it's definitely been a challenge, but I think I enjoy it. I enjoy the pressure. I enjoy the process. Of course, there's always going to be adversity along the way, and I've learned to just deal with it. And I talked about it in my book of just trying to, navigate those situations on the track, off the track, and what it takes to kind of just stay at that level. Be that kid, be that kid that when you first started, the sport and just run freely.
Family is very important to you. What lessons from Ignite and unlocking hidden potential are you going to give your kids? I know some of them are little now, but the lessons start early.
No, lessons do start early. I mean, it's so many lessons. I mean, I can take for myself. In my sport, I have to be so patient. And I tell my kids all the time, you have to be patient. Like whenever they're doing stuff, my daughter just started gymnastics, she's doing tennis. I'm like, you gotta be patient. You're gonna hit the ball eventually, it's gonna happen. You just gotta, you gotta wait for it. I mean, I'm just trying to teach them all the lessons that I've learned from my mom and myself and just kind of take it to them.
I definitely think they will. Andre, great to see you in person. I've watched your career for a really long time since Pan Am, so good to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Great conversation with Andre, and Ignite is out now.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.